1st and 20. Back it up 10 yards after the hold. Shotgun. Stroud throws. That ball tipped and intercepted. The Vikings force the turnover. Grugier Hill, the former Texan, comes away with it.
You'll see him move around a lot today in their formations.
Darnold throws. Complete to Jefferson. First down. 3rd and goal. Darnold out of the pocket. Darnold will throw. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson open. And the Vikings cash in.
One of the fears for Houston, how long do we have to cover Justin Jefferson? Because if you have to cover him for very long, he's going to eventually win. And all he did was get into the end zone, saw his quarterback get out of the pocket, and knew he needed to get to a void. Find a place that's open. There's Smith.
There's Stroud. Nice feel. Lunging is Diggs. First down. British Brooks, rookie out of North Carolina. It's a running play for Akers. Waiting for his blockers. Gets to the edge. Turns the corner. And a very nice gain. 2nd and a long 2. Stroud out of the pocket. Throws on time for Diggs. The catch and curl. Dime package here for the Vikings.
Look at that setup for Minnesota.
8th play of the drive. Stroud gonna try to run for it, and he goes down short of the first down. Working from the gun. 4th and 3. Stroud converts to Dalton Schultz.
118. What's that?
Akers in the backfield. He gets the call. Good cut by Akers. Spin move. He's still going. Akers bangs his way towards the 25. It's a gain of 9. They were looking at a 2nd and 1. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 11. Agunbowale is in. Stroud gets rid of it. Not on the same page with Schultz. 54-yard attempt. Weeks the snapper. Townsend the holder. The 54-yarder. No good. Empty trip. I should probably incorporate. I should incorporate that in.
You can work it in.
First down for Minnesota. Darnold sells the fake, throws it downfield, and drives it to Jefferson. How does Justin Jefferson get so wide open?
Where is he lining up at all times, and how much movement will he have against formations to spring him free?
And just like that, they're inside the 30. Big hole for Jones. And he runs into a wall just short of the 20-yard line.
94 yards in the season opener, and he's benefiting from their emphasis on it.
Darnold guns, open man, Jones, touchdown! The Minnesota Vikings looking exceptional on offense and defense.
Jefferson was in the backfield there, so he attracts a lot of attention and eyes. So he exchanged positions in a sense with Aaron Jones. Nice to see them drop into coverage on this one.
All 3 penalties have been against the Houston offense. Bull rush. Stroud gets away from it, and Stroud has nowhere to go now in week 3.
But if you're Houston with these back-to-back penalties, you've got to take advantage 3rd and long.
3rd and 19. Darnold just bangs that one into the turf. Line of scrimmage is the 39 for Houston. Stroud. Pitch and catch. Diggs goes down to get it. And eventually the Vikings get to him. Nico Collins has had nothing so far. Quick out. Trick play. Diggs will throw it back to the other side. Catch is made. Agunbowale rumbles for the first down.
To understand how he should, and I'll talk about it after this play.
Darnold. Underneath toss. And Jones has a big gain after the grab as he veers out of bounds. 3rd and 8. Darnold looking, and that ball popped free at the last moment.
With C.J. Stroud called boring, methodical kind of cadence to tamp down what the Vikings are throwing at him.
Fake the handoff. Stroud goes to the other side. Nico Collins after the catch. Signed a 3-year, $72 million deal. He said the contract made me hungrier. The team believes in me. I want to hold up my end of the deal. Throw it to Diggs. And Diggs accelerates for a first down. 3rd and 15. They snap it. Stroud throws on a line. He hooks up with Diggs, short of a first down. He's never been around another wide receiver that opposing defenses are scheming to stop more than him. He has to be so many things for this team. Darnold snatched by Jefferson. Minute 18 left, 3 timeouts for Minnesota. Darnold short drop, short throw. It's handled out there by Sherfield. The 6 defensive backs here for the Texans. Now a 3rd and 11 for Minnesota. Darnold fires. Handled by Jefferson.
He feels like our place is the type of place you come when you need that little extra tuning.
3rd and 8. And Darnold gets dumped by Will Anderson Jr. 118 yards of offense for Houston. This has been their day offensively.
And I'm surprised they're throwing it here in this situation. As discombobulated as they've been on offense the last couple of series, he's up for the challenge, but he'll have to work through it.
6 catches for Diggs. Nobody else has more than 1. And Stroud goes down. Andrew Van Ginkel. Another one of the new faces.
Stroud does a nice job taking care of the football there.
Al Shire, one of the captains of this Texans squad. Jefferson back in there. Darnold looking. Darnold uncorks. And it's caught along the sideline by Naylor. Line of scrimmage is the 39. Fake it. Darnold. And that ball got knocked away. It's rolling backwards to Powell. And Powell scoops it up and weaves through traffic. Line of scrimmage is the 39. Fake it. Darnold. And that ball got knocked away. It's rolling backwards to Powell. And Powell scoops it up and weaves through traffic. 8th play of the drive. Shotgun. Darnold. Looks, throws it, caught, Naylor, touchdown! Vikings domination.
Naylor had a touchdown last week against San Francisco on 3 catches. How about him staying with that one? Because Jimmy Ward was right on the play and was raking at the football. Jimmy Ward trying to say, I don't know that he caught it, but I do believe that Naylor, after the bobble.
Shotgun on first down. Stroud on time. Tank Dell, first down. 3rd and 11 here for Stroud. Stroud trying to drop it in the bucket. He does to Nico Collins.
Got to think 4 downs here, don't you?
Stroud, flip it, caught. Akers, touchdown. Houston.
Third quarter, hadn't had much success. I'm thinking 4 down territory, and they're like, sometimes only needs 1. Delivery by Stroud, better run by Akers to not be denied. Look at him on the spin move and a little extra power.
3:50 to play in the 3rd. Darnold to throw it again. Dump off. Jones makes a man miss. Jones, the spin move, and a flag is down back at the 27-yard line. Darnold came up limping just a bit.
And quiet half for Jefferson thus far, too.
Darnold steps up, delivers, and it's caught by Powell. Just short. Butch loves a good working shot. His family knows where he is. 3rd down and 3. Darnold. It's dropped by Jefferson. In this second half, 35-yarder for Will Reichard. And he knocks that one through to extend the lead. Now 24-7. 5 defensive backs for the Vikings. Deep drop for Stroud. Step and throw. And it's intercepted. Cameron Bynum with the pick. Stroud said, that one's on me.
We're seeing some of that here today. They're confident even if he's not making a lot of plays.
Jones busting to the clear. Jones short of the goal line. Shotgun. Darnold in a crowd. It's caught. Johnny Munt. Touchdown, Vikings. 4 touchdowns on the day for Sam I Am.
In the Viking scouting report, when they were looking at Sam Darnold as a free agent, you'll find the words elite arm, big arm, things of that nature written in that scouting report.
What Houston envisioned today here in Minneapolis. Offense has been grounded, 194 yards of offense. Stroud feeds it downfield to Nico Collins. On some drives, we've had red zone issues, and penalties has been a big problem as well. Robert Woods, the catch and run, and he's tackled out across the 40. Stroud on 4th down. Dump it off. Catch made. Agunbowale. Not enough. Shift there by Jefferson. Darnold looking in the area. And another bobble. Jefferson couldn't haul it in. 58-yard attempt, so they want to get the rookie a little taste. 58-yarder. Hits the post and bangs through for Reichard. Fake the handoff. Feed it for Collins. Collins trying to break that tackle and works the sideline out of bounds. Agunbowale shifts out of the backfield. 4th down for Mills. Throws it to Diggs for a 1st down.
And just take off from it.
Mills has the time, delivers on the money. It's Tank Dell.
The 0-6 against both after today, correct?
Correct. Mills fires. Catch is made inside the 5.
Diggs at the top of the screen coming in motion.
4th and goal. Mills gets away, deflected, and it's over. And that's it. An impressive 3-0 start for the Minnesota Vikings. They dominate the Houston Texans to the tune of 34-7. Sam Darnold, 4 touchdowns.